Hello everyone. So as we go into next gen, we are in a unique situation this time around that we don't normally see in the console business, where these next machines are very similar to the outgoing ones, and so it's become commonplace amongst a lot of developers and publishers to offer free upgrades for your current PS4 copies to PlayStation 5 copies, or native PS5 versions. And that's great. So we're going to go over all the games that are actually offering this. There's a sizable list now with a lot of differences in terms of what you can expect. But also we'll talk about how you actually upgrade those PS4 copies to PS5. Sony recently gave us some clarity on this, so we'll be discussing that as well. If you want to jump ahead past the explanation, there are timestamps down below for each particular game. Most of them are free, but some of them are paid or have some weird caveats, so go check that out. But right now, here's how you actually do an upgrade from PS4 to PS5. Sony recently updated the PlayStation website and the PS5 product page with some minor details, but this gave us a good idea of what we can expect really, because it does differ from Microsoft's strategy. So under PS5 console features, it says upgrade PS4 games to digital PS5 games. The PS5 console gives game publishers the ability to let players upgrade their disc and digital PS4 games to digital PS5 games. If you travel down to the bottom of the page, it specifically says if players have a PS4 game on Blu-ray disc, they will need to insert the PS4 game disc to see the upgrade path, download the PS5 version, and keep the PS4 game disc inserted each time if they want to play that PS5 version of that game. So for the most part, pretty straightforward. Whether it's a digital PS4 copy or a disc-based one, no matter what, the upgrade path is actually always going to be a digital PS5 copy. Digital games, very simple. You log into your PlayStation 5, go to the PlayStation Store. As expected, you would just retroactively have a PS5 copy of that game. The publisher already knows you purchased a license for the PS4 copy, so you would just have immediate access to that game. For discs, this is where Sony's diverging a bit away from what Microsoft's doing with Smart Delivery, and that's very much like what we do today with PS4, PS4 Pro, X1, X1X. It's something that you don't even really have to think about half the time, unless you have to download a patch for a particular game. Normally, you just take the disc, insert it into whatever platform you have, and you get that particular performance setting. A game will know, hey, I'm in a PS4 Pro, those are the settings you get. I'm in a base Xbox One, those are the settings I get, and that's how that will work going into Series X, Series S, and even base Xbox One and Xbox One X. So if a publisher and their game is part of the Smart Delivery program, then their discs actually go forwards and backwards across generations, whereas with Sony, if you have a PS4 disc, that can go forward, but it should go without saying that you need a disc-based PS5 to prove your ownership. There's going to be no upgrade path for PS4 discs to a digital edition PS5, so just be fully aware of that, but you'll actually be downloading the digital PS5 version, and that would be one scenario where you get both copies of the game on PS4 and PS5, but this is where it's different from Microsoft. If you buy the native PS5 version on disc, that doesn't go backwards to a PlayStation 4. Now, there still could be a situation where if you're going digital on PS5 and you buy the digital PS5 version first, that in theory could give you the PS4 version. Again, just a license through the store. But if you're buying PS5 discs straight up, those don't go backwards, so that's also something to be careful of. But anyway, that for the most part is how game upgrades will work between both consoles, so depending on which one you buy, just be aware of those things. And now, for the rest of this video, we'll talk about the confirmed PS4 and PS5 upgrades that will be available. Here's the list. Assassin's Creed Valhalla has recently been confirmed to run at full 4K 60 frames per second on PlayStation 5, and it will be a free upgrade, utilizing higher quality effects, improved shadows, and much faster loading times. Borderlands 3 will also receive a full bump up to 4K 60 frames per second. Additionally, it will include 3 or 4 player split screen on next gen, and a 2-player vertical split screen update is coming right now for all current consoles. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has a slightly confusing upgrade roadmap, but essentially you'll have to spend at minimum $70 to get access to the PS5 version. You can buy the digital cross-gen bundle, and that's self-explanatory. You'll get both copies of the game from the PlayStation Store for one price, or you can spend $60 and get the standard edition, either digitally or via disc, but then you'll have a $10 fee to upgrade to PS5, then you'd have access to both versions. If you were to buy the PS5 version at $70, then you have the PS5 version, but this would not grant you access to the PS4 version if you wanted that. And this is important to note for all games, specifically if it's on disc. PS5 discs don't go back to PS4 in the same way PS4 discs can be used forward as an authenticator for digital PS5 versions, so Just keep that in mind. Control is arguably one of the more controversial games here because it's a free upgrade, but only if you purchase the recently released Control Ultimate Edition, and most people would not have this copy of the game, so even if you previously purchased Control and all of its content, you won't be entitled to an upgrade. Worse yet, 505 Games stated the upgrade wasn't possible for current owners, and yet they accidentally upgraded current owners to the Ultimate Edition not long ago. They quickly pulled down their mistake, and have stuck by their decision on charging for the game again. Cyberpunk 2077 will be a free upgrade and is getting native PS5 support close to the console's launch. However, this will initially be a soft release until they work on a more fully fleshed out next-gen version in 2021, utilizing more of the next-gen hardware, and owners will be entitled to that update as well. Dead by Daylight is getting a free upgrade, which will be much needed as the current performance on PS4 is a bit sloppy. All Destiny 2 updates, expansions, or even disc ownership will be a free upgrade to PS5, taking advantage of full 4K 60 frames per second.
The deepest secrets of Europa are now within our grasp.
Dirt 5 is one of the few games which will be offering 120 frames per second on next gen as a performance setting, so it's implied that you could choose 120 or knock it down to 60 and take advantage of greater visual fidelity. Bethesda has confirmed free upgrades for their upcoming planned next-gen versions, and Doom Eternal is one of them. Despite Microsoft's recent acquisition, it's likely free updates to existing software on PS5 will continue.
Quickly, there are those who would seek to stop them.
They will answer you with screams.
We don't know much about Far Cry 6 right now, but the one thing we do have, and this will be the case for all of Ubisoft's titles, is that they're all free upgrades.
And give you this.
FIFA 21 will be free, however EA is setting a time limit. You have until the next release, FIFA 22, to upgrade your PS4 copy to PS5. Hitman 3 is the only game on our list where it offers a free upgrade, but only for the digital copy of the game. If you buy the PS4 disc, you won't have any path forward, so make sure you buy a digital copy to get the PS5 upgrade.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depths I won't explore.
Horizon Forbidden West was recently announced for PS4 alongside PS5, and Sony will be offering a free upgrade. Little else is known about performance, but judging from Zero Dawn, we can expect 1080-30 on PS4, checkerboard rendering and 30 on a Pro, and PS5 being a good notch above that.
No barrier I won't cross.
When gods need help, they turn to you.
Immortals: Fenyx Rising, or still better known as Gods and Monsters before it was renamed, is another Ubisoft title offering a free upgrade. Kenna Bridge of Spirits is still too early to know anything about performance, and was also recently delayed unfortunately, but this will be a free upgrade from PS4 to PS5. Madden 21 will have the same time limit as FIFA. As long as you upgrade before Madden 22, it's free. Maneater is another game which could really benefit from a performance boost, as it doesn't run all that well on PS4, so hopefully the free PS5 upgrade will yield some better results.
And the hunter becomes the hunted.
That's the one what took my hand, all right.
We failed him. I believe that we are dangerous.
Marvel's Avengers will take advantage of increased texture resolution, enhanced ambient occlusion, and improved anisotropic filtering. Visual enhancements can be toned down for an optional bump to frame rate, but no matter what, you'll enjoy DualSense features and near-instant loading.
People believe in the Avengers. Your differences are your greatest superpower. No matter how bad things get.
The bridge is coming down. I have to stop this.
Spider-Man Miles Morales will be a free upgrade from PS4 to PS5, which will take advantage of near-instant loading, ray tracing, 3D audio, and DualSense features. It will also offer a performance setting to knock down some of the visual effects in order to get to 4K 60 frames per second if you would rather do that. The 2018 Spider-Man is getting remastered for PS5 and will see the same benefits as Miles Morales on PS5, though unfortunately this will not be free or even a paid upgrade for current owners of the PS4 copy. Instead, it will be free with the Ultimate Edition of Miles Morales or a $20 fee for the base version of Miles Morales. Essentially, you have to spend at least $70. Now, you could buy Miles Morales on PS4, upgrade to PS5 for free, and then have a paid upgrade option that way, but for now, Sony isn't unbundling the game from Miles Morales. They'll likely do that down the road, but chances are it still won't be free.
Can't have the ones inside feeling left out.
Monster Boy might be a good example of what we can expect for smaller games that get native PS5 versions. 4K, high frame rates, and hopefully less pressure from teams being able to offer that free upgrade because they don't have to add too much visually to the game itself if it's already rather simplistic in nature. NBA 2K21 is one of our bad examples here, where the next-gen upgrade will be locked behind the Mamba Forever Edition, costing even more than the base game, so if you want to play on PS4 and then move to PS5, you'll have to buy that version.
And gain some cred by sharing the magic with the rest of the Republic.
Riders Republic is due early next year for all consoles and PC, and buying on PS4 will instantly net you the PS5 version for free.
Boards, planks, spikes or wings, whatever bakes your cake.
PS5 launch title Sackboy: A Big Adventure also has a PS4 version coming, and this will be a free upgrade. Rainbow Six Siege will get support for up to 120 frames per second on PS5, and the update should be in on time for launch, ready to go for free with your PS4 copy. Part of the Bethesda announcement we mentioned earlier for offering free upgrades, Elder Scrolls Online is one of them, and considering this is a long-term service-based game, it's safe to assume the PS4 and PS5 versions will be supported well into the Microsoft acquisition. The Witcher 3 will receive native PS5 support at no additional charge for PS4 owners, which is fantastic. This is the oldest single-player PS4 game in this list, where you could easily see this being a separate paid game, but no, it will in fact be free. Watch Dogs Legion, much like all other Ubisoft titles, will be a free upgrade.
Does the rolling help?
We can only guess what the performance would be for the base PS4 version or the Pro, but for PS5 we know WRC9 will at least offer 4K 60 frames per second as a free upgrade. Yakuza Like a Dragon will come out later on PS5, but either PS4 version bought will grant you access to the upgrade, though this game will not allow save files to carry over, and this is something to be mindful of for single-player games, as many of them so far seem to not support save file or progress transfer on PlayStation. Service games like Avengers and Destiny will, however. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, subscribe for the best PlayStation news, reviews, and updates that are here on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at Mystic Ryan, and that is it. I will see you all in my next video. You take it easy.